If you've been following my journey, you'll know that this is not my first transformation, but this time it felt really different. Now, initially I lost 25 kilograms and I was really happy. But this time I've gone from post-running softness to stepping into my strongest, most confident self yet. Now, this isn't about chasing perfection. It was all about proving to myself that I can come back bigger, better and bolder. But as a mum, as a coach and as a woman who wants to inspire, this week I'm taking you behind the scenes in the final days before my shoot. The beauty prep, the mindset and the food that fueled these last few crucial days. From carb cutting to carb loading, this is exactly what I eat leading up to my shoot to feel my best in front of a camera. So let's get into it. Now, just 1 week out, I'm not changing masses. I'm just sticking to the normal diet, the normal deficit, and I'm not cutting out anything so far. I'm sticking to the same calories, but today I thought I'd try a new recipe, which is a pulled pork ramen. So I'm getting this ready for later on. My normal breakfast is literally bagel with honey, and that is all I have for the breakfast side of things before I go to the gym. After the gym, I have yogurt, granola, and berries. Now, I slightly change this portion to fit my calories, but I have this every single day outside enjoying the view. I'm getting my hair cut for the first time in ages tonight, so I actually managed to fit it in, which is crazy because I have been so busy with work recently. It's been amazing, but obviously I've not had much time to kind of think, so preparation has been really helping me, which is obviously a good thing. But getting my hair cut tonight, so first step of the whole glam process. We'll be getting my nails done on Monday, the day before, and then I will be getting some sort of tan either Sunday or Monday. Just to help me feel my best, really. I did get some clothes actually recently, which are definitely more for posing than they are for actually utilising in the gym, which is not great. But at the same time, I just wanted stuff that wasn't going to like suck me in, because I find that, especially with these sorts of leggings, they're great for compression, but actually when it comes to sort of posing, it's so tight around the waistband, you end up with like bulges in certain angles, which does not look good on the camera. So I have bought some stuff around that. So we'll be testing that out on Tuesday, but I am so excited. I'll be definitely taking a chill day on Tuesday. I've tried to avoid all work on Tuesday, so hopefully that sticks, because we've got so much going on. I feel like I've been trying to fit everyone in and ending up going on days that I definitely didn't want to work, but here we are. So we are going to crack on, but this is what it looks like. I've showed you guys this so many times, but it literally is just chicken, rice and salad, which sounds really boring, but actually this is like the best thing I've ever made in my life. And I know that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is so satiating, so filling and so tasty. I don't think, even after this cut, I would go back now because it's so good. But that's what we're having, so I will see you for dinner. I finished the day with our lovely new pulled pork ramen with a little egg on top and some prep for the rest of the week. We also had this with some pulled pork gyozas, which are amazing and also really low in calories. It is Friday. We are 4 days out from the shoot, and today is the first day that we're kind of cutting back on carbs a little bit. So we're aiming for 120 grams just from what I've kind of worked out. So nothing's really changing other than my yogurt that I have literally every day. So I've just cut out the granola from it, but everything else kind of fits in within it. So that should be fine. Tomorrow we're aiming for 100 grams. So I think breakfast wise is probably the only thing that I'm going to change. So we are going to aim for a little omelette in the morning, have my normal lunch, but I have just pulled back a little bit on the carb side of things. So obviously I have rice with it, and still just sticking to the fruit and veg that I'm trying to avoid that causes bloat. So that is all we are doing. Not much is changing. It is just tweaking things. But so far I've been very consistent on what I have been eating, so there's not much I need to do, but I will be planning it ahead, you know, for the next couple of days, which will just give us a bit of a tighter, more kind of full look on the day. So it's just doing things that are gonna just make me look my best. Although I'm not in the leanest of state, I'm not like stepping on stage, and obviously I'm still a mum, like it's not in that sense, but just more to look and feel my best and feel as least bloated and as lean as I can with what we've got to work with, which is you know, the plan. So I stepped on the scale this morning and we did it. We hit the 70s bracket, which I have not seen since I was 20, like 20 years old. Like, that's absolutely crazy. It might have been 21 actually. But obviously since then, A, I still have PCOS. B, I'm a mum. I've had a C-section. I have loose skin for sure. And I've just not seen those 70s brackets. I actually did a video, which is here, with the sort of check-in this morning. And like, I could see my abs for the first time in my life. Like, even when I've been really slim, I've never seen them because I never really did a proper process. I've never actually built any muscle. I was just slim with horrendous food habits. So this is like, I feel like the proper time, which I'm really excited about. And obviously, as I say, like with PCOS and obviously having a C-section and carrying a lot of skin there, like genetically, like our family, it always holds on the belly. So I've never really had a natural waist until I'm very, very slim. So to see that was just really, really exciting. But hopefully we can keep pushing. Obviously, it means we are, I think, 7.2 kilograms down. The original goal in January was 10 kilograms. I think maybe slightly unrealistic. Obviously, it's not really about the scales. It is very much about how I look. Obviously, I'd love to look 2 stone less, but be the same on the scales, of course. But it's really good to have some sort of like quantifiable goal as well. And I think 10 is just one of those things that I'm like, that would be really exciting to get to. But yeah, very excited. So I'm going to show you what I'm eating today. I have had a bagel thin this morning, although I am cutting carbs. I just really wanted a bagel. So I did that this morning, and I've actually just remembered that I've had honey on top of it, which is higher. And I've just realised that I tracked Marmite, so I might have to actually change something this afternoon because I completely forgot I actually tracked Marmite as well. This is what happens, guys, if you don't actually look at what you're doing. But I had that this morning. I might have to make some tweaks now, which is really annoying. We usually actually have fresh, because we have a little pasta maker, and it's like our Friday tradition to make fresh pasta, which is just like a thing that we've done since we got married. But I'm really sad I have to not have that tonight, because obviously it's literally so much flour, and obviously it's pasta. It's very, very heavy on carbs. So we have to change that tonight. I think I'm going to have just maybe just what I have normally for lunch, which is like a fajita bowl. So cut out the wraps, which is still nice, to be honest. So I'm happy with that, but it's very much like a higher protein, I guess, like keto, I imagine. So it's just having to think about that and what's actually going to fit and that I actually enjoy, which is obviously tough, but it's literally only a couple of days. But obviously today I have my son, and the next few days, obviously it's the weekend, so it's very much routine is going to be very hard, obviously just with the timings of things. Maybe it's not the best timing, and my son has got loads of Easter eggs downstairs, and I'm a little bit hungry, and it's just, yeah, it's really tough. Second breakfast, we have got Greek yogurt as normal, but instead of having my normal granola and stuff, I've cut the granola, so I have got some extra calories. So I'm just having more Greek yogurt to kind of just balance that out. We've got strawberries and we've got blueberries as well, which can be a bit bloaty, so we're just having less of. And I've actually cut out the raspberries as well, because apparently that can be a bit bloaty. So we're just trying to avoid that as much as we can, which we're just navigating as we go. My jeans, I don't know if you can see this, but look at the drop. Like, these were actually fitted in January, so it just goes to show the difference, and it's just crazy. And obviously we are cutting carbs as well, so that probably goes towards it as well. So we're gonna have that, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Absolutely amazing. I mean, this is my absolute favorite breakfast, and I actually have this as a dessert as well if I'm really craving sugar. It just really hits the spot. And if you put like you can get like a crushed meringue and crush it all in. Honestly, absolute game changer. But I just want to try and keep me as full as possible over the next couple of days, and just try not to feel as empty as possible. But I'm not going to lie, today and this week actually, specifically today, I have been very, very hungry this morning so far. So not a good start. But also this week, we have just been so busy. Like, we've had so many inquiries and people talking about their goal and starting. It is absolutely amazing. But I'm not going to lie, I am very tired because of it, and it does feel a bit on the edge of burnout, I'm not going to lie. So that's been also hard to navigate. Oh.
Look, you can't get it off too hard.
Yeah, no, you've got to press the button, look.
Ah.
Yeah. Obviously I've got my son today, so navigating the weekend around no structure can be a little bit tough. So we get on, and I will see you at lunch. Hello. We are just on our second bottle. We are trying to up water as much as possible at the moment because we are cutting it back in a couple of days, which I think I'll probably just keep on this video anyway, so you will see it. But I'm just having lunch, which was literally last night's dinner, and it's orzo pasta. So I just need to tweak dinner a little bit because of the honey this morning, which I completely forgot about. We might have to tweak some sort of bits for tonight, so that's fine. But we've got orzo for now. I'm not gonna lie, I am starving. We went to my friend's after our swim lesson today. He's asleep now. And they did a little Easter egg hunt, and there was just chocolate everywhere. He's got these like little hollow ones, which I'll be honest are my favourite. And there was like 6 or 7 just sitting there. He's then eating, there's food around, she's eating, I'm starving, didn't bring anything with me. And I was like, this is just horrendous. So we're home now. We just ignored it. We just carried on. Just remember the goal, remembering it's temporary. But also, I know that something that does help me is remembering, like, just saying, like, it's not that I can't have it. It's that I am choosing not to because there's something that I'm working on that's quite big. Do you know what I mean? And I know I could probably say to myself, oh, that's only one chocolate. It doesn't really matter. You know, you're happy in your shape. And I keep telling myself that sometimes when I'm really wanting to sort of crack. But then I'm like, do you know what? Like, get into that day and feeling your absolute best self and knowing that you've done something really hard and gone through that is more of an achievement. So we're home now. We passed it. We surpassed it. I feel really happy about it. We just got to finish this weekend now because there's now new Easter eggs now. So my food's ready. So we are having chicken orzo, which has celery and carrots in. Although apparently celery can be a little bit bloaty, but there's not tons in there, so that's what we're having for lunch. I don't usually have this. This is a complete random one. I always find Friday, Saturdays and Sundays do kind of switch up a little bit, so I need to have something a little bit more regular. But this is what we're having. I think this is a good choice, and we need to think about it over the next couple of days and track ahead so I know there's no guesswork over the next couple of days. So that is what we're having. Morning. It is the low carb day today, so it's Saturday. I have made a few tweaks today. I did track it, or pre-track it yesterday. So I'm going to have my normal kind of pretzel lunch, which I absolutely love. So I need to actually make that up at some point today. And like obviously a big salad, which I can then have with dinner tonight. But I've just made a couple of tweaks. So I will be having just my normal yogurt one without the granola. And I am having a nice cheesy veggie omelette today, which is just using any veg that's kind of non-bloat. But I am really excited. I did not know that all of these things actually aren't really far off from what I'm having. So I'll be honest, it hasn't really felt too restrictive, and it's been quite nice. Like, I have been empty on some days, and you know, that can be just the temptation or slack or whatever, but I have felt overall really, really good, and I never thought I'd be able to sustain lower calories, but actually I've really surprised myself. So definitely can't wait to see what else brings, but I would like to show you what today looks like and then over the next couple of days.
So we started off with an omelette. I actually run out of veg, so it was literally just eggs white and a little bit of cheese to start the day. I also had my normal chicken fajita nourish bowl, which was low enough in carbs so I could still have exactly the same as I normally would. So we finished the day with some Nando's chicken burgers without the bun and just a lovely little Greek salad on the side to keep carbs nice and low. Finished the day with a nice little country walk around the farm, which was amazing because my energy has been really low today and my steps also the same. So we got out, we got it done, and we got to relax as much as we could. Our last couple of days, so carbs is back up, and again we're eating very similar things, and you probably will see this throughout this that I am not changing too much. I've built a diet that I absolutely love, and all I'm doing is making some tweaks. So the normal yogurt breakfast granola with the bagel in the morning has been had. Obviously it's Sunday now, so we've got a couple of days in which our carbs are going up. My usual lunch was exactly the same as well, so that chicken fajita nourish bowl, which I absolutely love. And we finished the night strong with a fresh pasta carbonara to get those carbs in. So that is what my food looks like, a few days and how it changes towards that countdown to a shoot. So some higher carb days, some lower carb days, and also just the day-to-day, what I've been kind of sticking to with regular meals. So we're just out on our final walk now. We are one day out. Tomorrow is all about the beauty prep, which I'll be filming. and editing and posting tomorrow night. If you've been following so far, it is getting real. It feels very, very real. We're literally 2 days away from the shoot. I cannot believe it. But I'm excited to show you a bit of the glam process tomorrow, and then film the whole day at the shoot on Tuesday, which I will hopefully post Tuesday night. So very, very excited to complete this journey and show you maybe what it looks like after. But I shall see you on the next one.